is my guy right here. This is my guy right here. You already know. Luck, VL tapped in. We in the building. We, you know, we about to do the thing. You know, we got a lot going on, and everything we talk about, Google it. Google it. Cause I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you, yeah, this is what I'm liking right here. Listen, it's about to go down, right? It's about to go down. And if you don't know, now you know.
Ninja.
Trump, Trump, Drake, Drizzy Drake, 1, 2, and 3, oversaturated, or this is what it is. And internet chaos. But we're gonna start with this.
And sports.
And sports, definitely. But we're gonna start with this. We're gonna start like this. Listen. So everybody know about Bob the Builder. Bob, Chad, whatever his name is. Chud, Bud, Hud, whatever. Y'all already know the situation. Was he out of pocket? I believe he was. Some people may say different. But my thing is going around, messing with people, and you're going to run into the right one, and that one person is not going to have it. That right person, some people may be like, you know what, he's tripping, keep it moving. But you're going to run into that right one like you did. Yeah, you had to do, you did what you did. You shot him.
And he said he shot himself too.
And I don't know if you shot yourself to make it look good, or you was just so nervous. And you was fumbling and bumbling the joint because he kept coming at you.
Going around he goes around just being racist to people in different areas just to get a reaction and to get the algorithm going like, oh, it's for shock value.
And that's crazy.
That's the culture we live in. People do anything to get shock value.
And that's crazy because people nowadays, right? And you know what? Mace a while ago said something about that, about how people are going over and beyond just to say anything, just to get that little shock value of people, you know what I mean? Of people to say something, just to get people to talk. And that's crazy.
And it's in the racist part. It's for it to be racist too.
Right. That's good right there, bro. Move it back where you had it. Yeah, that's our camera. Little technical difficulties, with our
this little rinky dink joint we got.
Without give me some elbow room. Anyway, look, we're gonna get right back to it. Listen, this is what is happening. This is what is happening. He was out of pocket, and you ran down on the right one, and unfortunately, he's in critical condition as
the dude he shot.
Yeah,
the dude punched him in the face.
Right.
The dude, he why you chimping out? Be on some racist, and it was going to happen.
Right, it definitely was going to happen.
So what he does, he go around being on some racist shit, and then he flashes his gun when somebody gets mad at him.
Right. What did he do? What did he think?
Run to the wrong one, and so the dude punched him in his face, and he pulled out his gun and shot himself and the dude, he's being held at attempted murder or homicide because he antagonized the dude. So It's not like self-defense.
Right.
You antagonize the dude, and this is what the dude. They try to say the dude defended himself. You antagonized him. So he was held with $1.5 million bond. The judge dropped it down to $1 million, and some online crypto gambling came up with the bread for it.
Yo, this is what's crazy. There's a difference between free speech. I understand that. There's a difference. But when you antagonize somebody, when you verbally keep coming at somebody, you know what I mean, saying negative stuff, and also living in the climate that we live in today, what did you expect? What did you expect? Yeah. Like you coming at somebody, basically really minding their business, and they ain't really saying nothing to you. Or starting this, I see if he was in a verbal debate with you and he started it, but this guy, Chad, Bob, went out his way to antagonize this man. And then when the man came at him,
that's his whole brand. Like they said he wasn't even racist at first. He just started doing that to get clickbait and get.
They never are. Views. They never are.
People do whatever to try to get.
They're doing whatever it is to
get attention.
And this is crazy because this is what the algorithm like. They like the negativity.
Well, Fab say money ain't the root of all evil. Now attention is. Like,
exactly. Everybody want attention.
Yeah, bro.
It's attention. That's what everybody want. They don't care if they make a fool of themselves. They don't care if they show skin, a butt cheek, or any type of nudity that's going on. They gonna do it because they know it's gonna cut a check somewhere down the line. They're gonna get a check cut.
They're gonna go viral.
They're gonna go and half of them don't. Half of them don't. That's the crazy part. They go over and beyond.
You got people doing crazy. Remember the Tide Pods thing? People drinking stupid stuff just to try to
anything. They doing anything. You got people, and they will go to as far as lying, and people will eat that up.
Yeah.
And this is what the algorithm is condoning and putting out there. And this is what a lot of people is clickbaiting and checking out. And this is what it is.
I mean, you can like what we do. We talk about stuff that interests us and news and stuff like that.
No,
we're not going to go out our way to be on some weird
definitely not.
Shit
we
to get y'all to watch us. Like that's crazy.
We definitely not going to do
because that doesn't even have a good shelf life anyway. Like you get yourself in trouble, legal situations. Like if you that pressed to get like eyes on you, like you got something wrong with you. But like. I'm not gonna come on here with my shirt off and smack ass and do all crazy just to get a viral moment.
And that's what they do. That's
what
the algorithm is about. Doing some craziness. To get people's attention, and then once you got the people's attention, now you got to maintain it. Keep doing something.
And now
crazy.
You in jail.
And now you in jail. Look at Bob. Yeah, look what he did.
I mean, he's on people's algorithms. He's on the news
because all of those people love hate. They love racism. It's something about black people that they just hate us so bad because we have something in us that they don't have. They love our culture. They love how we do what we do. We know. It's like we in tune.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We in tune.
But
Believe it or not.
Right now, it's as far as the far right, it's popular to point fingers at our culture and say we're the problem when we're actually the rhythm. But the whole situation.
But yet they want to date a black man or a black woman, and but no, we not racist.
That's the root of the issue, bro.
Yeah, they
how people come up with this bail money for him just shows you like there's a whole racist backdrop to this whole situation.
I want to know who they are, so I know.
It's called duel. It's called duel. Don't go crypto betting.
Yeah. I'm not. Boycott that. Now that's something that people should boycott. Yeah. Boycott that.
But the judge was like, nah, you can't even use that. For some reason, he said, nah, you're not using that.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You got use that. On that. Use all that bread and the checks that you was probably getting from walking around, antagonizing people, saying certain things. You knew who to come around, and you knew to be strapped because you knew somebody was going to go upside your head.
And that's what happened.
And
he going to pull out.
What you thought? Now, just imagine if you that type of dude.
He thought he can get away with that because he
use
that as a self
defense.
But you can't antagonize people,
right?
And then scream self defense,
like right. That's what they. Hold on for 1 second, people. Put this back.
More technical difficulties. You all right?
Yeah, but this is live. This is live and direct. This is straight, like real talk. This is uncut, unfiltered, and this is what we doing. But at the same time, this is SP, Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. What we do is we hustle to keep you in tune. Please hit the like button. Please violate the like button. Share, like, and subscribe. Anyway, if you don't believe what we talking about here, Google it. That's what I'm gonna tell you. Just Google it, because we're gonna tell you right now. Listen, this is what's happening. Bob the Builder, Chad the Builder, you was out of pocket.
Nut ass the Builder.
You was out of pocket. Weird. You did all that just for the hate. Now you crying and stand on that business. Don't cry. Stand on that.
But as this is what he wants. He wants people to talk about. That was the whole point of him going on.
Yeah. We talking about it. We definitely talking about it. Yeah. Now when you get that time, you know what they're gonna be talking about? Yeah, you got that time, and then you're gonna be around a bunch of brothers. You know what I mean?
He definitely going PC.
You're gonna go. Talk now.
He definitely a PC.
They ain't got no guns up in there for you. Yeah, so you better know how to fight.
And I hope I don't promote violence, but
no, we ain't. But anyway, moving right along. Yo,
he deserves it.
We got to talk about
this. Let me get 5 minutes with him. Let me get 5 minutes in there with him.
We got to talk about this Drake situation.
Yeah,
One, two. We gonna get to that. I gotta get on the Drake situation right now because that Drake situation. Listen, that right there, the Maid of Honor, the Habib, and Iceman, 1, 2, and 3 though. 1, 2, and 3.
What you think was gonna happen?
But some people saying it's oversaturated.
It is.
It's oversaturating the situation. And so they saying that it's inflating numbers.
It definitely is.
Like the numbers are inflated. I don't know. I'm not going to say that.
It's not inflated, Eric, because it's Drake.
Well, I agree with that. But I don't, me personally, I thought I was going to hear something more rough, rugged, and raw pertaining to the Iceman part of things and the Kendrick Lamar not like us situation. That's
He's doing little shots. He's not doing a whole diss track.
Yeah.
Whatever he dropped is gonna shoot. He been dropping number ones every album he dropped for like the past 5-10 years.
Right. So everything
was gonna change with this.
Listen, I could.
The Drake fans was they couldn't wait for him to drop something after that Kendrick drum.
I agree. I agree that he put together a nice little trilogy, and
the rollout was
good. His whole street team, however, you gotta commend the street team and the people that he have around him to help push to get that out of that deal. And now, what they saying is he got a Billy on the table.
Yeah.
On some independent.
Billy's on the table.
You know what I mean? To go, I think what from one of these firms that's going to put together a nice little fund to get him for his catalog, for him to do whatever he want. And believe it or not, I'm gonna say it's good for the rap industry.
For him to go independent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe it's good because a lot of these record labels,
they've been raping people for the longest.
Not only that, they put people against people like what they did with the Drake and the.
They ain't put them against.
Because
when Drake came at me, that back to back was being pushed just like how not like us being pushed.
Because they see that he's trying to get out of his contract, and now they want to. Yeah.
So you think it was a back?
Yeah. Like I see what we peep the blitz and see the game there. You ain't pulling the fast one. You see now that he's talking what he's talking, and he know the possibility of him walking is high. So now you want to show that, look, listen, we want to save face and we want to roll out this and we want to hype. And even if you inflate the numbers, this is what we did for you, Drake. Please stay. No, independent status, 2 Billies or whatever that fund that's got that Billy. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. First, we got to see what we talking. Yeah, and I need some of that up front. I need,
you're definitely getting that up front.
Put that in account. Yeah, now let's talk.
Give me $750 up front.
And sure, if I was Drake, I would be like, look, before what will help me think a little clearer, see a little clearer? Put the first Billy in my account right now. We ain't playing games. Yeah, and then we gonna talk.
And Drake is 40. He's 40. He's almost elder
statesman. Put that Billy in my account right now. And if I happen to change my mind, I'm gonna give you 30. I'm gonna give you like 30% of that back, 40% of that back.
No, they want to get him to sign contracts.
Yeah, contract got to sound right.
But it's more of a partnership, I think.
Yeah, well, you want to partner with me? Put that Billy in my account right now, and we're gonna start from there.
Money
that early
talks, bullshit,
money,
walks.
That's my mama always told me that.
Move.
Money is the move. Money moves.
Get you off the couch.
But look, so is it oversaturating people? Leave it in the comment. Is it over? What is he oversaturating the situation? Is what? Did he just put together a nice little rollout? Which one? It is Drake, by the way. We expected nothing less. I'm gonna be honest. I expected him something a little.
He had 3 albums left.
Right.
I'm gonna get these 3, boom, 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 in one shot.
I expected him
that deal.
Right. I expected him to be a little bit more vocal, a little bit more, go at you.
But did not to be.
Okay. Drake. And just like you can say Kendrick don't have to respond because he already got all his accolades.
He got it out the way.
Yeah, he got it out the way. So So I don't think we might. I was saying we would, but I don't think so. Anyway, people, Google it. Yeah. This is SP Hustle Hard. This is my good friend Lucky. VL tapped in. We in the building. Like, subscribe, and please share. Anyway, moving right along. So, did y'all hear about the 1.77 billion anti-weaponizing fund program? So, let me explain. So, this anti-weaponizes some stuff that they say the Department of Justice was doing to overhype the situation that happened January 6th and other.
No.
Okay, go ahead.
Right.
Go ahead.
I got it right. Established by the Justice Department.
Go ahead.
Created to settle President Trump's $10 billion lawsuit against the IRS government for alleged political persecution because they were trying to get him to show his tax returns.
Right.
Somebody leaked it.
Right.
And then he turned around and sued them for leaking it.
Right.
So he put a $10 billion lawsuit. They settled it for $1.7 billion.
Wow.
And this is his folks. He works with the DOJ. So he set aside a whole commission to receive that money and to disperse it to wherever he sees fit. And it's all taxpayer money. Yo,
make sense of this. Key word, taxpayer money.
Yep.
Key word here, taxpayer money. It's not their money. So they can do whatever they would like to do because it's not their money. Yeah. It's my money because it's coming out of your taxes. It's his money because it's coming out of his taxes. Yep. But they don't care you back. But I want to talk about all them good people that,
It says Trump himself will not receive the money, but the fund abroad is limited to Republicans. It could potentially compensate a wide range of individuals, including the January 6 people and the 1,600 people charged in connection with January. 1,600 people connected with that. His own Republicans is like, nah, we can't let this rock. This is crazy corruption at its finest. Like, yo,
what? You can't make this up, bro.
Are you crazy? Like,
no, you can't make this up.
Give me this bread for me and my supporters. And you can't come after me and any of my folks when we get up out of here. That's the deal.
Hey, you know what? I ain't even mad. To be honest, I'm not mad. That's gangster. Yeah.
That's power right there. Bro.
Power move. You can't, and you're not doing nothing.
What you gonna do about it?
What you gonna do about it? Because I'm getting that check. Oh, there's people that so and so, it put a little halt to it for now.
But he put people in place to make sure that shit rocks.
But the joint is crazy because now the people that ran down and smeared, feces all over the wall and whatnot,
pushing the door,
and I think I think they one of the people died from that.
Yeah, one of the police died afterwards a little bit from all
make sense. And so now they got to get money.
And a lot of the people went back to jail for crazy shit.
Yeah, and it's all got to do with some child.
They got pardoned. Trump pardoned them all, and then a lot of them people went back to jail. And then he's like, "Want to get them bread? Like this is crazy.
Can't make this
the
up,
world we
man.
live in, bro. It's a lot. That's why a lot of people was like, "I'm leaving the country. I'm leaving the country. Mad. This is crazy.
Why should I be mad? Because not only that, 16% more black people voted for this. So yeah, and to all, and you can like who you like, you can vote for who you vote for. That's what it is. Yes, but you can't tell me that you condone this. What's happening? You can't tell me
or that that's right,
or say that this is right. Leave it if you say please. Give me your opinion. Leave it in the comments section. Let me know.
What he's going to do? Well, he's going to point at, well, Biden did this.
Yeah,
Obama did that.
This is the stuff that's kills me. Why are we keep talking about the Biden era, the Obama era, the Clinton era?
We're not in none of that era.
We're not in none of that era. Right now, bro. That's what I'm trying to say. We are not in that era. So why are we still here and still going on with this? This is crazy. And you can't tell me for 1 minute, man, that this is right. Because mind you, this is not coming from people, a war chest at the Department of Justice that they had sitting around and they safe somewhere. And so now they got billions and billions of dollars. And so now they can do this. No, this is coming from the people to pay for this madness. Man, you can't make this crazy stuff up. But you know what? It is what it is. I ain't mad. Trump, that's gangster, buddy. That I'm gonna tell you straight jacket. That's gangster. That's gangster. Huh? And they can't mess with you or look up your stuff when you leave or whenever you plan on leaving. Yeah, that's gangster, bro. That's gangster. I ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. I always tell people, there's no gangsters bigger than y'all the biggest. I don't care about how many people running these streets and fraud like this. When it comes to y'all, there's no one bigger. Period. And yeah, I ain't mad. I ain't mad. I could talk about it. That's my opinion on it, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, this is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. Please tune in. We here, we in the building. This is Luck, VL Tapped In, and I'm SP. This is the RecRoom. Drake, Trump, and Internet Chaos. Yes, Internet Chaos, and we keeping it going. So, New York, over in 4. Over in 4. Harden.
They up 3-0. Yo.
Harden.
Y'all haven't lost in a month. They said once y'all lost to the Atlanta in the 2 series ago.
Yeah.
Y'all been running over everybody. They said over the last 10 game span, y'all got the most points differential than any other team in NBA history. Like,
because this is why. It's
something clicked with y'all.
No. You know what's clicking? That bench. The Knicks bench is clicking. It's not really the starters. It's
and don't forget Bridges. Bridges came.
Bridges, Bridges he got to show up because he didn't last year. He didn't show up like that. Bridges and I like how Bridges is really showing up right now, but he really wasn't showing up. But this is a new year. He's in the building.
He wasn't showing up the first series. He came alive and they made some adjustments and
he's doing his thing.
Making Cavs look like JV out there.
Oh man, listen, I like it. I like what I'm seeing.
Of course you like it. You're a Knicks fan.
Of course. And I say
it's been 26 years since y'all went in the finals.
Over in 4.
I think get swept.
I think Cleveland. I don't think Cleveland
was up by 20 points that first game, and then they came back. I'm going to hit you up about that.
Because
they was up 20 points. It was 7 minutes left. The Knicks came back and was like, nah.
You know what helped? That break. That little break that gave us that.
But they looked bad for 3.5 quarters.
But I understand that. But I'm gonna say Cleveland, they didn't get no break. They didn't get a chance to rest.
They had 2 7-game series back to back.
So they didn't have
mentally, physically exhausted.
You got a lot of that. People don't know. Athletes like Brunson that
is busting James Harden.
James Harden is not the James Harden when he left. Houston? I think Houston was his best time. Now I got James Harden. He got to be that bench player what he was when he was.
No, he's not a bench player. He's just a facilitator now. He's got all right numbers.
Now he's not that. He's not that The beard. He's not the beard. I'm gonna say that.
Well, who was he? He hasn't been the beard in like almost 7 years since he left Houston. He doesn't want to be the main. He wants to be a facilitating point guard. But his defense, he don't play good defense. Yeah, he's hot and cold. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think this offseason, I think he should work on his defense. Real shit.
It's too late. I think you either come in with good defense. You don't end up with good defense, especially as a guard.
Right.
You don't develop good defense after like 15 years of being in the league.
I think that he should go wherever, because I don't see.
He's staying in Cleveland.
What?
He's got his contract. He's
what? Oh, Cleveland, y'all just gonna be like the Sixers would it be? Y'all gonna have to eat that, and they can't get rid of Paul George. Nobody ain't gonna take that big ass contract. Yeah, but back to Cleveland, Knicks. Oh my God, Nick,
sweep him.
Our bench, I think the bench is strong. I think the bench is stepping up.
You got Shamet that came in and dropped like dropped 11 points in the fourth quarter out of nowhere, hit 3 back-to-back threes. Once I seen that, I was like, oh, that's over.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm saying. Our bench is really coming together. They finding their rhythm, they finding their tune, they hitting their target.
Stride, yeah.
They doing their thing. They doing their thing. So I can't take nothing away from our bench. And our bench, I think going in, and whoever we see on the West Coast, I think the Knicks have the best bench. I think the Knicks will have a better bench. I think, because you got
monsters on the West Coast.
Right. But just as they benches younger, the Knicks have the same younger type mentality bench.
You got Jordan Clarkson. Your bench is kind of crazy.
We got a good bench, and I think our bench is going to be our key. The bench is going to be the key. It's not so much the starters. The starters going to get the ball rolling. But I believe the bench, the New York Knicks bench, is going to be the answer.
Like another starting.
Yeah, because we got a good bench.
We'll see.
We got Mitch. We got Mitch.
Y'all won the East, though. We
got Mitch Robinson coming off the bench. You understand?
That's a good
start.
He's like a starting center.
You understand me? He could go somewhere and start. And he's coming off the bench. Then you got the boy Alvarado, and not to mention Clarkson. Clarkson was a 6th man last year with Utah.
Yeah,
you understand? So we got that. We got that.
Y'all owner said that he expects y'all to get in the Eastern Conference Finals this year too.
Yeah. And he know I'm not going to say we, but next year we're going to even upgrade more.
I hear that New York.
Yeah, listen. They trust me.
Well, y'all got. You gonna have the Celtics coming back stronger.
That's why we're gonna upgrade.
You got Halliburton coming back with Indiana.
Celtics. I think Tatum. I want to see him do good, but Jaylen Brown. That I don't see the Boston doing it for. I give them another 2 years.
Keeping them together.
Yeah, because. Yeah, Jelly got to go somewhere he could be number one.
It's going to end up being like that.
Yeah, because I don't think he's going to keep playing Robin to the Batman.
He played Batman all season.
Yeah, and he did that when Tatum wasn't there.
Yeah, and Tatum going to be like, I need to
more, so Jalen, if Jalen go anywhere, I want him to go to the West Coast. Let me say that.
Get him out of here.
Get him out of the East. Yeah. I need him out of the East.
Send him to Utah or something.
Yeah. Or no. I would send him. I would go to the Kings. Kings is up and rising. They is.
They is. Rising. They was at a level and then they fell off.
Yeah, listen. Either the Kings or Houston. But then he got to be back. He got to play.
That's the rank team. He needs to be a number one somewhere.
So what team would that be?
He would be with the Kings or he would be with Utah or something. A team that needs a strong number one. Send him over there with John Morant in Memphis. Maybe
John Morant John, they trying to get rid of John Morant.
Nobody wants to take that contract because he be fucking up.
Yeah, that's that young boy, man. That's that YN mentality because he getting millions. I ain't mad at you, bro. You getting mail. You doing
but they
mail.
are rebuilding. But they send everybody else but him away because they can't get rid of his contract.
Right. I think.
And it's too much of a liability. He be hurt and doing dumb shit.
I think it's more so that the people John Morant have around. He don't want to let that.
We'll see next year.
He don't want to let that. And I can understand because when you cool with people and you grew up with people, but you ain't gonna like you. We take off, dude. You ain't gonna interrupt and mess up our bag.
Yeah,
you understand?
But that comes with maturity. When you the man since high school, middle school, high school, until they start taking that bread away, you're not gonna learn until you be like, oh shit, damn, like shoe deals taken away. Wait, y'all taking bread? And everybody looking at you like, oh, what's going on?
And then you feel like,
and then you look at them, oh, y'all are supposed to be keeping me in line. Y'all bringing me around this fuck shit.
Then you got a mansion. Then you got a mansion. Then you realize, God, damn, I gotta pay this goddamn balance. What the hell?
And your money lawyers coming to you like, bro, you redlining.
Yeah, redlining heavy. Anyway, this is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. Please tune in, subscribe, like, and share.
Don't forget OKC and the Spurs is playing
right now. We on it. And this is my guy, Luck. VL tapped in. We in the building. Yo, moving right along. We going to keep it on the basketball situation because OKC and San Antonio.
That's a good series.
Damn, yo.
They about 20 right now.
I didn't know the boy went to the Shaolin Temple, though.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. The Spurs is up by 20 right now.
Yeah.
About to make it an even series.
I told him. I tried to tell him.
You said it was going to go in 5 or 7.
I said San Antonio.
You in 5 or 7?
I think I said 5.
7. It's going 7.
All right. Well, I picked San Antonio regardless. Cause why?
If you a Knicks fan, why would you want to face Wemby?
Yeah. But you gotta be realistic.
Because we beat them already. Because I think we have
y'all beat Wemby.
We talk them in the regular season.
This is a different monster.
I don't think we beat OKC. So I feel confident. I feel a little.
Bro, they both are monsters. I don't know if y'all ready to deal with.
Listen.
You got Shea or you got the alien.
I'd rather take San Antonio.
You got the MVP or you got the alien. You got the defensive player of the year or you got the MVP.
Yo, I'd rather see San Antonio. Anyway, San Antonio is kicking butts right now. San Antonio is on. Yo, thing is,
San Antonio is the only team that gave OKC trouble in the West, the whole West Coast.
But check this out. Listen to this. Son went to the Shaolin Temple
and got his mind right.
He went and prayed and studied under the Buddha. Shaolin Abbot, SP, the Abbot.
What does that got to do with SP?
He went and studied. He went to the temple.
And he came back even better.
They said, if you can snatch this pepper from my hand,
oh my God,
then you are ready.
Yo,
then you are ready.
There's too much of this karate.
So the boy, he wasn't able to snatch it that time, but he went to the woods. He took a basketball. They said it dribbled it up.
Yo, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about my boy.
That's what happens when you go to the mall.
Because when he went he went to the temple and they told him, in order
forget everything you know.
Forget everything you know. It's only the
hold your leg up and put your other leg in your calf. Pause and pray. And you gonna come back even better.
Hey yo, he got his Shaolin Temple style. It's called the praying mantis. Oh, he learned the praying mantis and the tiger style.
and came back,
yo, a monster.
He got the defensive player of the year too.
Yo,
that boy be eating up every shot that's coming down.
And you know what's crazy? San Antonio always kept. San Antonio had the general, the admiral,
morale,
and they had Tim Duncan.
10 years later.
Like, yo, they always had skillful
big
centers.
And then 15 years later, they got Wemby.
Make it make sense.
You know the crazy part is, remember when he elbowed the dude and got kicked out?
Yeah.
They showed him getting off the plane. Guess who was at the when he got off the plane?
Mm-hmm.
Guess who was there waiting for him and talk some sense? Pop was it there? They got footage of him. Popovich, his old coach, sitting there telling him like, "Yo, you need to, you know what I mean?
Popovich, yo, he's a gun.
Yeah.
He's a coach. He's a gun coach. He got them boys some chips. He's a
little bit too old to coach right now. That's why
he's a Phil Jackson type
right
dude.
now, he's like what do you call it?
A mentor.
Yeah, like a mentor /
advisor.
Yeah, to the coach. So he ain't got to do it on every day.
He's still getting a bag. He's still getting a check. Yeah, he getting a check. Yeah, he know what he's doing. Yeah,
he's highly respected though. Pop is like that.
Pop,
as far as coaches, that dude. Right?
Yeah, he definitely that dude. I think San Antonio. I like him. I see him doing it.
See him taking out the champ.
And plus, it's hard. It's not that easy to beat him in San Antonio too. Yeah. San Antonio is like a different platform. Yeah. Real shit.
Yeah. I mean, but they won the first game in San Antonio when they went to OKC.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Each team won one in the other in the other team's building. So which makes it a good series.
We ain't gonna cancel this out, but I gotta be a 2-2 after tonight.
It is 2-2. They up by 20 right now in the fourth quarter.
Oh yeah, it's a dub. And they playing defense because it's a low scoring game.
Yeah. Oh, they held OKC to 68 right now. They're not even close to 100. They strapping them up. Oh.
Yeah. Them young boys, man, they want that chip. Anyway, keeping it moving. This is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. I appreciate everybody for tuning in, but we still here. We still in the building. Blue Gotti, we didn't forget about you, my boy. Check us out. We in the building. I know you out there in San Diego having a good time, living your La Vida Loca. But yeah, we in the building, and we'll be out there real soon.
You gonna be out there?
Anyway, Ray J.
Yo, he got knocked.
Yo, you got knocked the hell out, bro.
Was he a YouTuber?
Some YouTube.
Who is he?
Super High Fire. And this guy, he's like a rapper.
I'll be embarrassed. Yo, if anybody catch me on video getting knocked out by a nigga named Super High Fire,
listen,
I'm not doing this podcast.
Yo, I don't even think
I'm packing it. I'm gonna get a regular job. I'm gonna live under the radar.
Yo, the crazy part, I don't even think dude had boxing shoes on. He was fighting.
No, they always fighting barefooted.
What the?
It was an event like a celebrity boxing thing where they had Lance Stevenson versus what's the light skin boy that they beat? His name is Mike Beasley versus Lance Stevenson was
who won?
Lance Stevenson choked out Mike Beasley.
Oh, he choked him out.
Yeah.
Damn.
And Ray J got knocked the fuck out by this dude.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's like internet fighting or whatever. And Ray J came there looking all. Yeah, he's all, his gut was hanging all out. He's being extra.
He just trying.
And he got knotted on his head.
He just trying to get a bag.
Get it checked.
But this is what goes back to what we said earlier. Dudes would do anything. Females would do anything just for the attention, just to get the algorithm talking, just to get. Let me make it make sense. This is what it is. They want to see violence. They want to. If it ain't about hate,
I was gonna cause you to get knocked out on live camera.
I'm not gonna make. You're not gonna make a fool of me. I'm not gonna. I stand up. Nah.
How much you need?
How
much you need?
Nah. To get knocked out.
How much you need? $700,000.
Nah, bro. Nah.
$800,000.
You know what?
$1 million.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you this, bro.
1.5. How much is your soul worth? Come on. You niggas always sell out. You niggas always sell out. How much?
God damn it. You keep jumping them numbers up. God damn it.
3 million, give us your podcast, and you get on there and get your ass whooped.
Hey, listen. Listen. Hey, listen. Hold on.
You're gonna get knocked out by crackhead and his podcast.
Hey, listen, hold on. So
you gonna take that 3 million?
So you saying
spinning rims, nigga, spinning rims.
So you say
you need some more change?
Damn.
Set your grandkids up for life. How much you need? Look at him. He think about it.
Oh, let me.
3 million. He ain't got to touch me. I'll fall.
What?
You said he got to touch me.
Nah. We got to make it look good for the people.
Second round. We need second round. You need to get beat up a little bit.
Yeah. At least let me do my thing, and then when it get to the second round, I'll play.
Nah, Nigga sell out in the heartbeat. I'm not sold out nothing. Wait, how much you said? Oh, wait. What you said? What? How much? All right, y'all can come in here and take this whole thing.
Yo, hold on.
How much up front? All right, yeah.
What the
Take it. Oh, you need to take these down. All right, yeah.
Hold on. Just let me make it to the second round. Let me do my thing. You know what I mean?
Listen. Black people have been selling out since they brought slaves over here. We sold our own selves out to get the slave trade started. You want these Mbagwas over here? They don't do shit. Take them over there with you. How much you gonna give us? How much gold? All right, bet. And then they was like, oh, now we want to take over your shit because we heard you got gold over here. That's how it always starts. They give it and sell out.
So basically,
and then they
what
come
he's
and
saying,
buy every side.
What he's saying, once you make it could be laugh and tee, but once you make that first sellout, then they know they can swoop in and take everything you got without a problem for the low.
Yep.
Yeah, for the love of money. Yeah. It was laughing. You thought it was laughing. See, what y'all don't understand, it was a narrative. It was leading to this big punch. Because at the end of the day, once you make that one sellout, yeah.
Wait. How much we gonna get for that?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, sign me up too.
Yeah. But then next thing you know, all of this extra shit is coming with it.
Yeah.
Huh? Make it make sense.
And now you gotta do commercials and all types of shit.
Hold on. Did you say 3 million?
Yeah. You sell me right now. I come in, some white dude sitting next to me like, listen.
Well, I'm the new SP.
That's the real Sylvester.
That's the real Sylvester right there.
Yo, you heard it though? But it's like when I hit him with the thousands, he's like,
I'm gonna be back there. I could be like, yo, why are you back there? I'm the cameraman.
Yo, you remember? This is kind of a reference to that. You know, Gil's Arena, the podcast.
Yeah,
they said they came. Underdog is they sponsor podcast. They said they came and swooped his joint in his own house and made him do his own little podcast in another room somewhere and came in his house and grabbed up everybody else that was in his own podcast.
Shit. So I gotta worry about
that whole joint.
So, who for what?
And now Gil does his own little small joint in another back room, and they in his house doing the big podcast that he started. Gilbert Arenas.
You
heard about that, right?
They bought Gilbert Arenas out, but you got to understand, he already had, you know what I mean? He was already on the platform. Go ahead.
Eat him up, bro.
Go ahead.
SP be in the other room.
Yeah, that's what he did.
Hey, yo, that's my guy in the background. Yo, I know you're a hero, but listen, if you don't, that's my guy right there, SL. We in the building. He's the cameraman. He's making sure everything is, he got a little work, but yes, we getting this thing together. He's our cameraman right now, putting things together, the sound check and all that, making sure
appreciate it.
Present decent quality. But this is still uncut, raw, no script, off the top of the dome, and this is how it is. And we being honest. It's our opinion. If anything you said or anything we said, I should say, that you feel that's not true, Google it and get back to me. Anyway.
Yo, it said Gilbert Arenas sold 50% equity stakes in his podcast.
Oh, how much you get for
Under this
50%?
agreement, Underdog handles channel management and staff salaries and has expanded and rebranded the show's focus, eventually launching football counterpart called The Arena.
Oh,
with Skip Bayless. They brought Skip Bayless under his drum.
Oh, he's out of it. I want to know how much he gave for 50% because he owns some percent, so he at least gets something still. I'll do that. I'll sell you out. Nah.
The partnership has triggered discussion in the content creator community regarding risk of giving up 50% independently built channel, while the show got growership is one of the highest rated watched sports shows on YouTube. But Underdog took significant control of the direction of the show and the contract.
And the content.
And Arenas has openly discussed the pros and cons of the deal and revealed that the cast signed multi-year contract extensions directly with Underdog.
He getting a bag.
So they went around him and signed with the top.
So basically, he picked up the people that he had in the background that they must have got wind that okay, he's not him.
I mean, this is his friends.
He's his friends, but
we
they
can come
are
in and
buy
them out.
So all right, this is your last night, buddy. This is your last night, but yo, now, yeah, you know what?
Listen, bro.
I think I got to go Bobby Brown on these dudes.
I'm for sale. Fuck what he talking about.
I'm going Bobby Brown.
We call it VL, hustle hard.
Listen, this is your last, and I'm gonna tell you right now, he signed under contract. Because anything with his likeness anything with his likeness, yeah. So you better put a different white face on him or something,
bro. You already said you for sale.
I ain't say that.
You already said you for sale.
I didn't say.
So they're gonna move you right up out of here. They're gonna give me a contract.
Have me in the
you
back.
You do your own specs, your own show.
With $3 million,
You know, me and SR.
I'll need someone to take the cameraman with me.
I might take the camera.
Anyway, yo, this is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. We appreciate everybody for tuning in, but we still here in the building. Listen, before we go, we got one more thing we want to share.
Happy Memorial Day weekend.
Happy.
We forgot.
Even though Saturday was rainy, cold.
Couldn't do too much.
Today was, cloudy, goofy. Yeah. And couldn't do too much.
Plans got ruined.
Yeah.
You be grilling on the Memorial Day weekend?
No. I want to send a big shout out to my homie Hanny and his girl, his wife, his lover, his friend. I want to shout out to my son, get better. You know what I mean? They invited me. They had a nice little cookout, even though it was outside and cold, but they had everything hooked up. Yeah. They had the canopies. They had, it was nice. The grill was on the shit was nice.
But it was raining and cold.
Even though it was raining and cold, people still came to show love, and it was a beautiful look. It was nothing but family. It was nothing but love in the building. It was a good look. You know what I mean? Even though he's a Philly fan. Oh, yeah. But we'll get back to that on another day. But anyway, Henny, thank you for having me over. Nene, thank you for having me. Yeah, I went with my kids. Yeah,
when was it, yesterday?
Yeah, it was nice. It was cold, but it was nice. Yeah, it was cold and rainy. We still made fun of it. Okay. Still had fun. Real talk. It was a beautiful look. Happy Memorial Day to everybody. But before we go, we're going to touch on something.
Oh.
How to date with other kids, with other male
or females.
The
dynamics.
They break it down because I'm reading this all backwards.
How do you date? We in a relationship part of the pod. Mm-hmm. How do you date people that have other kids? You need a chair. Some other coming in this. Listen, I'm gonna start it like this. You want to start it, or you want?
I'm gonna say this.
How do you date other people with kids? We have to. We're at an age where it's just if we're single, you're gonna date people with kids.
Yeah.
You're not gonna find somebody without kids these days.
Right. And I'm gonna say this. I have.
That's how there's a chair right here, bro.
Yeah, I have, but it ain't gonna be. It's gonna be hard to get you in right here.
It depends on the age of the kids. Mm-hmm. Move over a little bit.
We got somebody in the building
for this discussion.
Like we.
How y'all doing, man? Happy Memorial Weekend.
Yeah. So look, listen.
Go ahead, set it off, man.
Listen, I feel goddamn like shit.
Go ahead, man.
Anyway, listen. So, how do you feel when dating females with kids?
Yo, what's up?
And
no, this
their baby daddy. Look at this nigga. And their baby daddy is in the picture. Well, sort of, kind of.
No.
Yeah. What do you get at first when you talk to the John and then y'all start, kicking it or whatever? And then she's like, "Yeah, I got kids." Okay, my first question is, all right, how involved is how involved is the dad in the situation? Oh, he comes and picks him up. Or does he live?
He stayed in the house
because that's going to affect the dynamic
with the curtains down.
I want to keep
because that's going to that's going to affect the dynamic of our relationship. How involved your baby dad is, right. And I got flack for this a long time ago because I don't like when I was younger I didn't like taking girls serious that had baby kids because you're always going to put your focus should be on your kids. I should come down the line. Right. And then when I was younger, I needed to be in focus or whatever because I'm going to put the focus on you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Even though I got kids, but my kids, they say most of the kids stay with their moms. So you don't have to worry about, I got to wait to put my kids up for you to come over. Right. When you're a baby mom, you got to be like, listen, my son is up. I'm not trying to respectfully have him all around, but all the dudes I talk to, so you got to wait. So it's a different dynamic. Right. But it depends. Our dynamic, if you got kids already, our dynamic is going to depend on how strong your dynamic is with your baby dad. If y'all too cool and he's over the crib all the time, I can't take you that serious.
It don't matter if y'all cool. This the thing right here. I'm the younger one. I'm the younger one. Let's keep it straightforward. It's you fucking him. And once you see that baby mother and that baby daddy arguing a lot, love's still there. Now, if they cool, I'm cool with my shorty being cool with her baby father.
You kind of have to.
But if y'all always arguing, arguments come with love. Yeah. Disagreements come with love. Because once y'all arguing, that shows me that it's still some type of love there. Because me and my baby mother,
you ain't gotta get personal.
No. I am gonna be personal because I want the viewer to understand that me and my baby mother ain't got nothing to argue about if it ain't about the kids because we don't want each other. Right. But if that baby, just for any man or any woman that's with a woman or a man that got a baby father or baby daddy, if they arguing about shit that ain't about the kids, right, that means they still got some love there. It's something there. It's something there. Like, there's nothing wrong with being with a man or a woman that got a baby mother or a baby daddy and they cool. Yeah. Then y'all might be able to work it out with some grown man, grown woman shit. Right. But if you see them arguing and have nothing to do with them children, watch out.
That's a tall tale. Listen, that's a red flag. That's a red flag.
Get weird. But my thing is this. Okay, back to the part. We all have dated women that have kids, but you also have women that really don't fuck with their baby dad. Yeah. That honestly hate their baby dad's guts.
But I hear that. You gotta show me that though. I gotta see that.
I'm telling you.
I don't want you to hate your baby dad.
Right. But
don't hate him.
No. But
hate is a strong. hate ain't nothing but love spelt in different 4 letters.
Yeah, that is true, and that is true. But you gotta understand, there are women out there that will leave it in the comment section.
Yeah, I want to hear about that.
How do you feel? We want to hear about that.
Let's make a debate.
What I'm talking about is that women, some honestly really don't mess with their baby dad. Yeah. It's either because they hate his guts just because they hate his guts, or they hate his guts because he not there for the kids. Yeah. He don't take care of no bills. He don't help. He don't, and there's a lot of them out there. Yeah. But hey, each his own. Anyway.
But does that spill into the relationship you have?
I mean, it does, because if she honestly hate the nigga,
it takes a lot of energy to hate somebody.
No, it does. Yeah, but there are women that honestly hate.
It's different between hate and don't deal with it. Hate is a very strong word.
Well, we're gonna say like this. It's different when this is when I know something is still going. This will be my red flag. Let me say this. Okay, me and you been dealing with each other for, not me and you. Not saying.
You ain't even gotta say all that. You always gotta take it to another.
That's not saying. You like, you know what I mean? You look.
Come on, Ash, keep it moving. My God.
Nixon 4.
Anyway, listen. Yeah, Nixon 4. Anyway, listen, all jokes aside, what I put it like this. Me and you been dealing with for like 3-4 years. Not me and you.
Yo, go ahead. Go ahead.
What the?
So you crazy. So what I'm saying is this. So we've been dealing together, me and her, for like 4 years, right? She got a guy. She got a baby dad, I should say. Boom. They're always going back and forth. That don't mean, to me, that don't mean. That's not that right there is not a red flag.
If they're going back and forth,
yeah.
But the red flag is what?
That's the biggest.
The red flag is when I'm there, right? We chilling, we vibing, and he comes in, or she's like, she don't tell me one that he's showing up, because like, you don't gotta say something, but just running.
You gotta say something. I can't be blindsided by.
And then he shows up.
That's an awkward situation in itself.
And he's seen his kids. And all that. Come to pick his kids up. Then he come in. Then y'all go in the kitchen. You like this, touching y'all. You know.
Yeah, that's
a red flag. That's disrespect.
Right.
That's disrespect.
No. But just when you know what shit, when they be like, well, how's everything? How you been? When she's starting to show care and concern for certain shit that she
then your spidey sense go up.
Like, right.
Why you care about how you feel?
Right. And here it is.
I don't mind that.
Now,
I got kids to that man. I'm pretty sure you would care if he died.
Right. But I'm talking about.
I don't want to hear that.
I'm looking at.
Give me the respect where you don't even want to say that around me.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be real. If your baby mother passed, would you not give a fuck?
Yeah, I give a fuck.
So
that his mom, that my kids don't have a mom.
But I'm saying,
like, moving on.
If my baby mother called and she found out she got cancer or something like that,
that's extreme.
I don't mind.
But I'm talking about this dude. I'm chilling.
It's when she hate him.
Listen. Are you gonna be your baby mom? You call to that you want to come see your seed or whatever.
Okay.
And be like, so how you feeling today? Are you gonna say that in front of your girl?
Never do that.
That's what I'm saying. That's
if my lady do that,
right?
She fucking him. Right?
Yeah, man. It's a weird dynamic, man. That's why I didn't want when I was younger, I didn't want to deal with that.
You know where I'm at now? Where I'm going at now, and for the viewers out there, I may look young, but I'm 35 years old. I'm pushing 40. I'm knocking at the door. I'm around the corner.
Yeah.
So at this point,
let me say this:
you want to die young or you want to live old? I get it. I already get it.
But
listen, at this point, a woman that already got kids, I really need to understand the dynamic of the relationship with her and the baby father before I move on.
Take it there. Yeah.
I need to know at this point. Like I don't want to I'm
gonna tell you at this point.
Let me finish that.
Go ahead.
You ever seen like the race cars, the F1? You got to stop and go. I don't want to be a pit stop. So I want to know for a fact.
What you've been. I mean, go ahead. My bad.
My
bad.
You know, so crazy because when White Shorty came over here.
We not getting personal. That's core, man.
Shot fired.
Hey, yo.
Shot
Happy Memorial Day. I just want y'all to know when y'all get to this point, you're dealing with a man or a woman that still have kids.
Right.
Just make sure you understand the dynamic of the relationship between that man and that woman with that baby father. Before you
moral of the story.
Before you protect your after you protect your kids, protect your energy.
Right. That's the moral of the story for Memorial Day.
Yeah, I like that.
Real talk. But what I'm saying, right? It's a difference. This is what would bite me even worse. Is when I put the time and energy, right? Play my part, paid bills, took care of the home front, and then all of a sudden, that moves.
The dynamic is
the dynamics
changes. The dynamic changes
after all that I put in, whether it was right, wrong, bad, good, grateful, or ungrateful.
But you kind of like
knew.
You know what I mean? Either knew or you never know. Like,
but there are some that knew but wanted to act like it didn't happen.
Yeah,
or wasn't going to happen.
But you know, it's so crazy. My grandfather, he's still alive, and I God bless him. He always taught me that my name SL. I go by L.
Yeah.
But he said you can either take your L as a loss
or a learning,
take your L as a lesson, a learning experiment.
Yeah.
So once again, for anybody out there,
right,
just pay attention and protect yourself, protect your energy.
Experience is the best lesson learner.
Yes, and look,
we all been through it.
So
you gonna learn. That's why we telling you, I'm telling y'all, watch the dynamics of a situation for you getting all the way deep into a situation.
Go play 2K. Don't play yourself.
So this is where we at with it. So for the people just checking in. So we're talking about,
because on some real shit. At our age, we're gonna, if you dating, you're gonna date somebody that got kids.
Right. So we're talking about people that date, men or women that have kids and also still in touch with their baby daddy.
Well, they're going to be in touch. It's how they touch it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But then again, you gotta on what's the other side of the coin? We got baby mamas.
Right. And
how do we spin it? How do we spin it to the girls?
But that's what I'm saying.
That make them comfortable.
Especially when you go see them alone.
You're not supposed to see them alone. It's supposed to be about your kids. You're supposed to be there to pick your kids up.
Especially when you see them alone and you can't come through. Like he or she, or say like the baby daddy come over and she tells you, look, you can't come over right now because he's here.
No,
not then let me pick my kid up then. That should be no issue. I'm not trying to come there and chill with you. Okay,
no, but what if the baby daddy's chilling there? Chilling.
Then
and you call and be like, well, can I come through? We talk outside. No.
Okay. Well, then she should be able to leave. She should be able to leave.
But what if she don't?
With you,
what if she can't?
Then you got to.
What if he or she can't?
Another time.
Look, the best.
Oh, so.
It's whatever y'all dynamic is.
You have to understand what you're dealing with because shout out to my nigga G Trinity. He gonna be.
I'm gonna tell you what you're dealing with.
Shout out to my nigga G Trinity. He gonna be the next podcast. He got 2 white baby mothers, and they got that dynamic. They can all be around. It ain't
because you know what?
Wow.
He made it no.
That's the truth.
Listen. For example, I grew up around my grandparents. My grandparents can't. They both had kids before they got together. That's what usually happens when back in the day. And then and his first baby mom. Or was like a grandmother to me. Did she used to come around?
Meaning she still
and you couldn't even tell that she was like a different mom. It was like a whole family thing.
That dynamic wasn't weird. It was
back then. It was different.
Right.
Yeah, it was respectful. But we couldn't even tell the difference. Like I looked at it as a grandmother also.
Now the generation don't fall for that. They
don't happen no more.
That was back in the day.
I'm gonna say this.
Because there was a lot of blended families back then.
Yeah, back in the day. Yeah. We got a lot of fake cousins.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this though. I dealt with
I'm gonna say SP is a fool, bro. He's funny as hell.
I dealt with a female that had kids, beautiful kids. She was, a baby dad played his part, came picked up. I got to meet him, very cool too, cool dude, into good dude. You know what I mean? And it was never a situation with that lady that I felt that insecure.
Yeah.
That's the key word. I never felt that, she was going to come across. But so that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. For me, looking at a standpoint, dealing with a woman like that, and then seeing somebody else's dynamic where you can't come through. No, I'm not coming to see you.
But every dynamic is different.
Right. But you sitting in the house with this dude. Okay, he's with his kid. Do you think? And mind you, people, he done did some diamond, man. Away for my.
What's that got to do with anything?
That got a lot to do with it, because he's trying to nail. Anyway.
But even if that's the situation, you shorty should have enough respect to shut down.
There's no respect there.
He ain't got nowhere to take his kid. All right, you can chill here for 5 hours. But don't be trying to ask me what I'm doing.
There's somewhere where you can take your kids to your brother's house. And she should have been on some shit like, you know what, nigga, I'm coming to chill with you. That's what my woman would have done. She'd have been like, all right, he going to stay here with the kids. I'm going to come see you.
I don't know. When I go around my baby mother,
going to come see you.
When I go around my baby mother, I don't try to clip.
It's not everybody's not you.
I don't try to clip.
Everybody's not you.
Yeah. So, but I'm gonna say
everybody's not you.
Everybody's not you as well. That don't mean.
I don't be trying to clip.
Some men just want to be there for their kids.
No, yeah.
Are you going there? Are you chilling at your baby mama's house with your kids?
Huh?
And it depends on the age. It depends on the age of the kids too.
No, it don't.
If your kids is like a baby,
no, they not.
If your kids is a baby, you move on.
Okay, that I can understand. If
you going to be chilling in the house with your kids.
No, they like 1 or 2 little babies.
Yeah, you going to be in their room playing with them in their room.
But if they're able to walk, talk, and make
taking them with you,
yes.
All right.
So ain't no
baby dad chilling here.
Huh? Because I dealt with a woman and she wasn't having it. Oh, they can walk, they can talk. No,
they come with you.
Yeah, take them with you. Yeah. My man is coming over. Who? Yeah, my man.
What time? All right, yeah, come get your son.
Come get your son.
If not, then you gotta send another day.
Yeah, if not, you know what? He's not going. I said he's not going. Don't come over. Yeah. Don't come over. He's not going. She's not going. The kids is not going. Stay where you are. My man coming over. Maybe when he come over and he leave with me, then you can get.
But
your
at
kids.
The same time, like some women don't want niggas around their kids yet.
We're not talking about some niggas. We're talking about a woman that been dealing with someone for 4 years that has a baby dad. So we ain't just talking about some random dude that.
So dude, she's taking serious,
right?
So she gonna want him around her. She's not caring about him.
After 4 3 years, he's been around the kid.
There's no way you ain't hiding for 4 years.
Yeah, you ain't doing that.
Around the kid.
You ain't doing that.
They don't
get ready to get out of
here. Yeah, we gotta go. Hey, look, we gonna end this with a. My nigga, SP.
Yo, this
shout out to SP Hustle Hard, this big bro.
Yo, listen, this is my guy right here, SL, the cameraman. He just had something that he had to get off his chest.
Oh my
God. Yo, he really wild. You know so crazy?
He can't.
You know so crazy? We didn't talk about this, but Kevin Hart just did a roast, right?
We talked about that last one.
Yeah. And this motherfucker, he was on the show because he got some jokes tonight.
Hey, listen. And one thing for sure, and two things for certain.
Happy Memorial Weekend.
Happy Memorial Weekend.
God bless.
Thank you for tuning in. We here, Gilly Arena, whatever y'all call.
Gil's Arena.
Gil's Arena. Yeah. You can't steal these dudes.
Nah, you can steal me. Hey,
the contract.
Tell Gil, whoever you talk to, tell him call me.
You better come get him. You better come get him now because he's fired. Come get him now.
If y'all got $3 million, I quit. What you talking about?
He sell me out behind my back too.
I'll go. Look, I won't even leave the house. I do y'all podcast in the bathroom. Call me.
It won't be in this bathroom.
Call me.
I'm gonna make sure there's shit in that toilet.
Call me.
Anyway,
I come from shit and piss in the hallway.
Anyway, this is SP Hustle Hard. Like and subscribe. What we do is to keep you in tune. That's what we hustle to do. Thank you for tuning in, checking us out. Unscripted, raw, and unfiltered. We in the building. Thank you for tuning in, checking us out. 12 views that tuned in. Please like and subscribe. I know we're going to get more, but hey, we in the algorithm. We around. And I'm telling you, we ain't going nowhere. Please stay tuned for Father's Day. It's going to be from it's going to be from June 18th all the way to the 22nd. It's going down. Father's Day. Please lock in. Subscribers, you won't want to miss this. This is SP. Thank you, and I appreciate the love. SP. Yeah.